day today, and we are going to kick things off by letting the light in. Please welcome Karen Seeley, our designer off the top, looking stunning. You look so good. I love her little dress on you. So there are so many ways that you can get a little bit more light happening in your world, and a lot of us are living in homes that might have a lot of small rooms. So you sort of have to be a bit creative when it comes to getting that light in. We like the lightening and brightening of spaces. It makes you feel good.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think it's important this time of year particularly to let the light in. So I'm going to go through a few photos from client projects to show you some little tips and techniques that we use. So we're going to look at the first photo. It's the before.
Okay.
And you can see how dark this was. So in this space here, we can actually see that it's really dark. I mean, it's a lovely space, but when we rip out everything and we start again and we add some windows, look how nice the after looks.
And it doesn't take much sometimes to make a space look brighter. Like, that is stunning, the transformation there.
It's, you know what, lots of windows, lots of layered lighting.
Yeah.
And reflective surfaces really help as well. So now we're going to see another photo of a before of a client's house.
And this is also a kitchen?
This is a kitchen, and if you look, we don't want you to pay attention to, so we have those upper cabinets blocking the back of the house, that little eating nook, and blocking that beautiful window. So even though they're glass cabinets, but darker cabinets, darker wall color, and see that window there? That's that same window.
My goodness.
So by taking down those upper cabinets, we made, first of all, the space feel that much larger.
Yeah.
We used lighter colors, brighter colors, reflected more light around. It just feels so much nicer now and brighter.
We are going to talk about paint in a bit because that played a huge role in that space, but we have another before pic to show you, and once again, another kitchen.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, not a
living
kitchen.
room.
Yes. So in this case, obviously dated furniture, which doesn't make a room look great anyway, but just dark, and a lot of times with our window treatments, we need 2 layers of window treatments. So we need something to help with privacy, and then something maybe at night to help with more privacy. So during the day, you might want something sheer and light to let that natural light in.
Yes, especially if you walk around naked. You need something. Just a little something.
Well, you might.
You know, your neighbors would appreciate it. Look at that.
And there's the after. So you can see again, nice bright finishes, opening up those windows, so not hiding those windows, letting that natural light shine through, and reflective surfaces really make a huge difference.
That is gorgeous. Now, I know one thing that a lot of folks in my neighborhood are getting, because the houses are older, are skylights.
Yes.
Skylights are huge. What a dramatic difference it can make if you've got like that just dark tunnel in your home and a skylight all the way at the top.
And it's Mother Nature's lighting source, right?
That's
so
right.
it's a nice thing. We're taking advantage of the natural light. So we can do something really simple like a sun tunnel.
Yeah.
And these are great because they come in 3 different sizes. So depending on what your roof rafters are. So you have a 16-inch on center, 12-inch on center, or a 24-inch on center. There's one that works for you. This one is actually a 14-inch, and it's for the 16-inch on center roof rafters. These new models actually are flush mounted in your roof, so from the outside you don't see these bubbles anymore. They just kind of blend in, which is really nice if you're putting them on the front of your home.
Right.
Generally, ideally, we love to do these on a southern exposure. Obviously, you're going to get the most light and the most benefit. If you do an east or west, you're either going to get the morning sun or the afternoon sun, which is still great.
Yeah.
So that's what we're hoping for. This one is a rigid tunnel, so this one, and they're easy to install because you're not messing with any structure in the roof. And these can go as much as 18 feet. So for example, you could go through a floor and bring light into a hallway or something on a second floor, not even on the top floor.
That's amazing.
They also come with a rigid tunnel, which doesn't reflect quite as much light, but it's easier for a do-it-yourselfer.
Oh, okay, so you can actually do this
You can do it yourself.
Yes. Okay, props to you if you were doing it yourself.
And it looks like this from the inside of the house. So you have this beautiful diffuser, almost like a big pot light.
Yes.
But they also have accessories you can get. For example, you can buy an electric kit for it. So at night, it actually does act as a light.
Oh, that's nice. You get 2 in 1 there.
If you can see here, you can get this decorative diffuser so it actually looks like a lighting fixture.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to a pot light. So there's lots of opportunities to make it look pretty inside the house as well as functional.
And then it's completely camouflaged there. Well, if you'd like to win the 14-inch rigid sun tunnel from Velux, enter the contest on our Facebook page. The prize is worth nearly $1,500. It includes installation. So in order to win, you've got to live in the GTA or Hamilton area. So thank you very much to Velux for that. We have another skylight here that you want to show us.
Yes, so this skylight's 2x2 and they come as large as 4x4 on your standard skylights, and then you can do custom, which become as large as 4x6. So these ones come with a remote. This is actually solar powered. So but even on a gray day, for example, it's still collecting the the energy from the sun, so it still will operate.
Right.
And they're very quiet. You can see this one's slowly opening right now. You can actually get it with a blind kit, which is really nice. So for example, you have a remote and I might say, okay, I want to get up at 7 in the morning, so then I can set it so that the skylight and the blinds open at 10 to 7 and I wake up with natural air and natural sunlight.
So that it works for you. And I think that that's so nice that it's so quiet. Now another way you might want to get a little bit more shine is the paint you use.
Yes.
So a matte versus a glossy is going to make a big difference.
It really does reflect light around. In fact, let's grab this bottom one here, because this is the shiniest one, so you can really get a sense of how shiny this is.
Yep.
So these are all from Benjamin Moore, different sheen levels ranging from matte to gloss.
Yeah.
Gloss really bounces the light around, so it can really help brighten a space, particularly if you're using a light color. Yeah. But remember that gloss will show imperfections in the wall. So if you have a bumpy old wall, you may not want to go glossy, you may want to skim coat it out and make it nice and flat.
Thanks to Benjamin Moore, these are all Benjamin Moore colors. You're all going to get a certificate for a gallon of paint. Enjoy that. That's good stuff for your own project. Wallpaper is absolutely huge. Look at all these amazing reflective surfaces you have for wallpapers.
So, and the great thing about this is, again, reflective surfaces to bounce the light around. You can do a tone on tone, so they don't have to take over the space. And they add a real dimensionality to the room. So you get this texture and this play of light and just a little bit of fun.
Yeah, it is.
And you can do just one wall, and one wall opposite a window is really going to help bounce that light around.
It becomes a statement. That's lovely. All right, now finally, we all know about mirrors. I mean, this is a great way to reflect light. And look at, you're all in the mirror. Could you wave? Now you can look at your posture, you know, shoulders back, smile a little harder. Very nice. But mirrors are going to make a big difference in a small space,
Mirrors make a great difference. And you know what? They're an inexpensive way to fill up a wall. You can do something eclectic like we've done here. You might have a mirror in the garage that you haven't used. These we actually bought from Kijiji. So inexpensive. If you wanted to, you could paint them all out the same color. You could even do a fun color. But it's a really fun way to reflect some light around a small space.
Lovely. Okay, and now speaking of cool lighting.
This is an organic LED light, and it doesn't even have a bulb. It has organic pigments, and it gets brighter and brighter. And it's made with all organic materials, so there's no lead or mercury in this.
Interesting ways to add some light. It can be very literal, like getting a very cool light, or it can be something like a skylight or paint or mirrors.
Yes.
It all does the same thing. Or you could just get doors, because these doors, these beautiful, would you call those French doors?
Yes, French doors. And I mean,
they
these
let
are
in a lot of light.
And so this way, for example, say an upstairs hallway. And I find that upstairs hallways and bedroom areas, you know, you have no windows in those hallways, and they can be really dark. So if you added windows like this, or doors like this, sorry, in the bedroom or the bathroom, and you can frost them or put a little curtain up so you have some privacy, or not, depends on the kind of house you live in. But then you actually can get a lot of natural light into the hallway, which is really great.
Very good light sources.